January has seen a series of the deadliest attacks by the Taliban-ISIS combined in Afghanistan. 140 people have been killed and the sense of fear is unparalleled. Our lead report tonight details the horror Kabul has witnessed in the last week alone.
These are hardly the first attacks in Afghanistan, but there is something particularly alarming about the scale. It's been a bloody week to say the least, with civilians bearing the brunt of intensified Taliban and ISIS offensives in Afghanistan. It all started last Monday when Taliban fighters stormed the tightly guarded Intercontinental Hotel in Kabul and sparked a firefight that lasted more than 14 hours. 22 people were killed at the end of the siege. Just 2 days later, Islamic State terrorists attacked the Jalalabad office of British charity Save the Children, killing 4 people. The organization has since suspended all operations in the country. Then on Saturday came one of the deadliest attacks ever witnessed in Afghanistan. The Taliban packed an ambulance with explosives, drove it to a hospital in central Kabul and set off an explosion that rocked the Afghan capital. 103 people were killed and more than 200 wounded. On Monday, 5 ISIS terrorists targeted a military base in Kabul, killing 11 soldiers and capping a week of violence that has shaken a country already ravaged by years of conflict. The fact that a military base in the center of Kabul was vulnerable to a terror attack raises questions over the Afghan government's ability to protect its people. And anger is growing on the streets. The unrelenting violence underscores the frustrating reality in Afghanistan. Despite 16 years of fighting by the US-led coalition and Afghan forces, the Taliban and other terror groups are only growing stronger. The Taliban has claimed 2 of the attacks that took place in the last 1 week. Yet US President Donald Trump says his government will not negotiate with the terror group.
I don't see any talking taking place. I don't think we're prepared to talk right now. It's a whole different fight over there. They're killing people left and right. Innocent people are being killed left and right. Bombing in the middle of children, in the middle of families, bombing, killing all over Afghanistan. So we don't want to talk with the Taliban.
Today, the Taliban controls about 1/3 of Afghanistan. That's more territory than at any point since the US intervention. A look at this map tells you how widespread the Taliban's hold really is. Across a large chunk of southern Afghanistan, in the opium-growing provinces of Kandahar, Helmand and Nimroz, the Taliban control vast sections of the countryside. They are also dominant in parts of the adjoining Faryab province. They are uncontested in at least 2 western parts of Faryab and Badghis, and hold pockets in other provinces in the east and the north. With a fragile and fractured government in place, other terror groups like the Islamic State have also gained a foothold in Afghanistan. After losing land in Iraq and Syria, ISIS is settling in well in Afghanistan, Pakistan and Central Asia and working at reviving the idea of the Islamic Caliphate. With the Taliban claiming 2 of last week's attacks and ISIS saying it is behind the other 2, it appears that the 2 groups are in a brutal race to unleash maximum damage in Afghanistan. At the end of the day, the sense among Afghans is that no one is safe. Bureau Report, WION.